What is up, Flick fans, and welcome back to my channel. I was going to review UglyDolls tonight. I'm going to forgo that because I really want to talk about The Intruder, so that's what we're doing. We're talking The Intruder. If you guys have seen this movie, let me know your thoughts down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? Were you underwhelmed? I want to hear that tomorrow. 2 more reviews, 1 Netflix, UglyDolls, of course, but right now, I want to get into this. So a young married couple buy a beautiful house on several acres of land only to find out that the man they bought it from refuses to let go of the property. And this was ridiculous. First off, I'm not going to spoil anything in this review, anything major anyways. I'm going to give you guys situations more so than I usually do, but it doesn't matter because the trailers have already spoiled the entire movie. I've seen this trailer 1,000 times. It seems like every time I go to the theater, I see the exact same trailer. Did they even get a trailer too? I don't know. But the movie is literally in the trailer, and I knew it when I saw it, but watching this film, integral and important moments in this movie, not saying they're important to me because they're completely ridiculous, as is this entire movie, but they're spoiled in the trailer, so you forgo the marketing. If you haven't seen a trailer, you go into this, what do you expect? Well, this film tries to be everything in the world. It tries to be a horror, a thriller, this psychopath-centric film. But the problem is, the filmmaking is not good. The direction is sloppy. The performances aren't the worst, but the characters, the way that they are written, the screenplay in general, it is completely ridiculous. Some of the dumbest characters and character decisions I have ever seen, and because of that, it may make the performances seem bad, but once again, I don't think the performances necessarily are the worst, especially, and I know you guys are going to slay me when I say this, Dennis Quaid, yes, he's over the top, yes, he's ridiculous, but for me, he was entertaining. He was really the only entertainment I got from this movie, and if his performance would have been in a different film, different pacing, different tone, more of a B movie as opposed to whatever the heck this was, then I think the movie could have worked. He was entertaining and over the top. I don't think he knew the movie that he was in, and I don't think the director knew the movie he was making. This film takes itself so seriously, I kid you not. It thinks it is the most BA production you have ever seen, and just the style of the entire thing really bothered me. They overly sexualize almost everything, even when things aren't supposed to be sexual. It's just the way they film it. They treat a lot of these sex scenes, PG-13 sex scenes by the way, like a music video where it's like panning up her body, and the filmmaking's just so icky, and you feel odd watching this movie, and you get into the actual thrills and chills of the entire film that you've seen in the entire trailer, and they are completely ridiculous because, one, the music, the score underneath everything, it kind of leads you to what you are going to feel in certain scenes, therefore you predict what's about to happen. You can blame the score for that or just the really sloppy screenplay, and then you get into the character decisions, and like I said, really dumb decisions. It's like this guy is completely out of his mind and psychotic, and that's not necessarily a spoiler. You can see that in the trailers along with pretty much the rest of the movie. And poor Annie. Poor Annie. Megan Good is not bad in the movie, but Annie is an idiot. She's an idiot, and I'm sorry, Annie, if you're out there, if this is based on a true story, you're an idiot because you had 1 hour and 20 minutes of just in your face, hey, this guy's crazy. Quit being nice to him. Quit letting him in your house. And then she just keeps doing it. And yeah, you get kind of what you deserve from what you're doing as a character. And I get it, at the beginning, you want to be nice to this guy because you bought his house, yada, yada, yada. But it gets to a point to where he's like licking his lips and turning around really slowly. Everybody's standing there waiting on him. He's going, that man is crazy. He's crazy. But it's not just her, it's everyone. This guy, Scott, he's supposed to be brilliant. How did he afford this $3 million house if he is not brilliant? At the beginning, they're celebrating all of his successes, and he makes dumb decisions. I'm like, how did you get to where you are in life if you're doing this and you're not believing this? Yeah. And he's probably the best one out of all of them because he's the one that causes the tension in the beginning because he starts to see what's going on, whereas Annie, she's just standing there like, oh, You want a glass of wine? And I know I wasn't the only one feeling this way. My audience was cracking up when they weren't supposed to be laughing and gasping when the characters were making dumb decisions, not when there was supposed to be a jump scare, because this movie does that. It builds up the music really heavily, and is it going to be a jump scare? Of course it is. Did it ever scare me? Absolutely not. The audience wasn't gasping then. The audience was gasping when characters were just going back into the same situation. Like, what are you doing? And at the end, there's a fight between two characters. I'm not going to say who it was, who cares really, but they have knives at certain points in the battle, but they're not using the knives against each other. But every time they fight each other, they're using their fists, and the knives are not there. And then when one character is in one room and the other character is trying to get into that room, he uses the knife to get in the door, and then he doesn't have the knife when he attacks him. It's just like, you use the knife. Stab. There's also a running theme throughout this entire movie with a lot of exposition, but it never actually shows us how that theme came to be. And then at the end of the movie, literally the last frame of the film, it's all completely ruined. That theme is done for. Why was it even in there? Because the character goes back on everything that he or she said at the beginning. Guys, this movie is just utterly ridiculous. I just got out. I walked in here, had to talk about it, had to put this review out first because I want to warn you. Know what you're in for. If you want to laugh, if you want to have a good time with a movie that is not good, this may be that movie. It's not good, but you may have some chuckles and have some laughs and be enjoying yourself because of the characters making such stupid decisions and because of Dennis Quaid's completely over-the-top performance. That may be entertaining, but this movie is not entertaining. Sloppy direction, a horribly paced film, and you know exactly what's going to happen at the end. And because of all of those things, I'm going to give this a 30% only because there is fun and entertainment to be had. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Like I said, 2 more videos tomorrow, probably 2 on Sunday, and then here on out, more Netflix and theatrical reviews and top 10s, all of those things coming to this channel. As soon as I film them, you guys are the absolute best, and I will catch you tomorrow morning.